Hi, this is David Ojeda with Fritz-Pak Corporation, and this video is for all you pool plasterers out there. Today we're going to be demoing our product, Plaster Supreme, and it can help solve many of the problems that you find on the job. As a pool plasterer, you are judged by appearance of your work more than anything else. Bottom line, the pool plaster finish needs to look immaculate. Just one imperfection and you have a very unhappy customer on your hands. And an unhappy customer can lead to not only having to correct the problem, but you will receive less referrals or even bad online reviews. So what is the most common pool plaster finish complaint? Cracks, cracks, and cracks. According to the National Plasters Council, the most common frequently asked question by pool plasterers is, why did my plaster crack and how can I fix it? The main cause of open and closed shrinkage cracks are the following. The water loss from the surface coating during the plaster application due to the evaporation of moisture from the upper surface and or from the substrate surface. So what does that mean in plain English? It means you didn't have enough water to hydrate or cure the plaster properly. The water was lost either on the surface layer or on the bottom layer of the plaster. When you lose that water in the plaster before it's had time to properly set up, the plaster is going to want to shrink, which is why they're called shrinkage cracks. There are a lot of ways to fix these cracks after they happen, but what if there was a way that you could prevent them from happening in the first place? That was the idea behind our pool plaster finishing product, Plaster Supreme. By adding this product to the mix, not only will you have a more workable and easier to use plaster, but you'll have less water loss due to absorption from the substrate or due to evaporation. But let's stop talking about the product and now let's see it in action. We're going to work with a commercially available bagged plaster finish and follow the manufacturer's recommended guidelines for mixing. We're going to create two mixes with equal water content. However, one mix will have our specially formulated admixture Plaster Supreme added to it. Now we're going to do a couple of experiments. First, let's put an equal amount of these two mixes onto two blue paper towels. It's important to remember these mixes have the same amount of water, so the water loss should be equal. But as you can see, the plaster mix made with Plaster Supreme has significantly less water loss, which will ensure the plaster will hydrate and cure properly. Now let's try and simulate water loss to an absorbent substrate. Typically you are plastering over an existing concrete shell, and we're going to use a cement board to simulate that. Again, we're going to compare the mixes on this board after about 3 hours in the lab. When we flip the board over, you can see how much water has been absorbed. And once again, you can see how the mix with Plaster Supreme has less water loss, even though it has the same amount of water in the mix. When you're plastering, you want workable material that won't sag. So when we compare the two freshly made materials, watch how the pool plaster made with Plaster Supreme keeps its shape and doesn't sag. Thanks for watching our video. Go to our website to request a sample of Plaster Supreme for your next pool plaster job. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to find out more information about our products.